at 7, visibility 10, sky condition ceiling 3600, broken temperature 3, dew point -1, QNH 1015, advice on initial contact, you have information, India. Echo Golf Lima Lima airport information, India 1920, Zulu weather wind 320 at 7, visibility 10, sky condition ceiling 3600, broken temperature 3, dew point -1, QNH 1015, advice on initial contact, you have information, India. Echo Golf Lima Lima airport information, India 1920, Zulu weather wind 320 at 7, visibility 10, sky condition ceiling 3600, broken temperature 3, dew point -1, QNH 1015, advice on initial contact, you have information, India. Echo Golf Lima Lima airport information, India 1920, Zulu weather wind 320 at 7, visibility 10, sky condition ceiling 3600, broken temperature 3, dew point -1, QNH 1015, advice on initial contact, you have information, India. Echo Golf Lima Lima airport information, India 1920, Zulu weather wind 320 at 7, visibility 10, sky condition ceiling 3600, broken temperature 3, dew point -1, QNH 1015, advice on initial contact, you have information, India. Echo Golf Lima.
Hello there, sorry about that.
Okay.
Sorry about that. My name is Captain Dogsall. Welcome to the stream. I'm just rushing to try and get everything set up. Our departure time today, sim time, is going to be 20:30. This is Cathay Pacific flight CX256 from London Heathrow to Hong Kong International Airport. We're currently on stand 331, this is Terminal 3, Gate 31. And we're just starting to board the passengers onto the flight. So, we've got some time to kill. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to explain a few things about this particular flight. Basically, this is a historic flight that I had actually taken from London Heathrow to Hong Kong. I flew out on the 2nd of February, and it was exactly this time that, sorry, not exactly this time, this is UK time. With UK time right now live is like 09:54 UTC. That's the time of the stream that I'm actually doing it, but the time in which I actually took off from Heathrow was sorry, off the blocks at 2030. That's 2032, I believe. It's just a little behind, but it was not too bad. Anyway, just checking to make sure everything's in place. Yep, there we go. Right, so got 20 minutes left to push back. So what we need to do is we need to set up a few things. So we're at gate, we're going to use ASDEX, we're going to use deviated thrust, we use flaps 5, packs will be, well, we've got actually on actually. Anti-ice is going to be engine and wing anti-ice. NADP 1, thrust reductions. Let's have a look. Hang on. Just make sure I've got the right ones. Oh, we have the sim. This was. acceleration height will be 1500. Thrust reductions are 1000. We're doing the SID. There isn't really much concern except for the weather. Just double check the weather brief.
Echo Golf Lima airport information Kilo 1920 Zulu weather wind 320 at 7 visibility 10 sky condition ceiling 3600 broken temperature 3 dew point -1 QNH 1015 advise on initial contact if you have information Kilo Echo Golf Lima airport information.
Yep, and oh, it's also a bit of a cold day today. I know that, I don't know why, but GSX doesn't seem to want to actually give me anti-ice, but never mind. I actually had anti-ice actually used on the aircraft when I flew out.
Monitor radar display. Go around. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead.
So yeah, I'm going to be doing a pushback actually a little bit earlier than I want to, because I want to.
TCAS test. Pass.
Actually no, I will actually kill some time. I've got about half an hour before we actually push back anyhow, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a little bit of time trying to set things up. Make
Ready
sure
for the
everything's
checklist?
right. And it was my checklist, so I might as well get that done while I'm here. Pre-flight checklist.
Captain, set the parking brake first, please.
Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Flight instruments.
Heading 058, altimeter 1015. Heading 058, altimeter 1015.
Heading 058. Altimeter 1015. Pre-flight checklist complete.
Okay, so that's that. Display electrical. I don't have any external power at the moment. I'm running off the APU, which is fine. I haven't got that much of a problem. Right, so let's get the briefing done as well, because I need to get that.
Are you ready for the departure briefing?
Go ahead.
Okay, we're at a gate. The taxi route out to the departure runway will be as assigned. This airport uses ASDEX, so don't forget to turn on the transponder prior to taxi. We will use reduced thrust for takeoff, and for the takeoff config we'll use flaps 5. Packs will be on, engine and wing anti-ice will be required. We will use NADP1. Thrust reduction altitude is 1000 feet. Acceleration altitude is 1500 feet. Departure routing will be an ATC assigned SID. As for concerns, well, if we look outside, the weather is going to be a factor for the departure. Okay, for the takeoff briefing, I'll be the pilot flying. During the takeoff roll, you can call out any malfunction or warning and silence the oral warning. I will call stop or go. I'll reject the takeoff for any warning or condition that significantly affects the safety of the flight. Before 80 knots, I'll reject the takeoff for any of the following: takeoff configuration warning, system failures, activation of the master caution system, tyre failure, unusual noise or vibration, abnormally slow acceleration, if a side window opens, fire or fire warning, engine failure, predictive wind shear warning, if the airplane is unsafe or unable to fly. Between 80 knots and V1, I'll reject the takeoff for a fire warning, engine failure, predictive wind shear warning, or if the airplane isn't safe or unable to fly. After V1, takeoff will be continued and no action will be taken before 400 feet other than to apply toga and silence the aural warnings. Do you have any questions?
No questions.
Okay, departure briefing complete.
Okay, so at this moment in time, we have to assume that the passengers are still being boarded, and it's at this point where, once you've got all the aircraft systems set up, mainly you're thinking about concentrating on doing the flight plan. Now, I'm just hoping this is actually going to work. Let's see. Oh, yep, there we go. Unfortunately, if you've got this blown up to 1080p or even higher on your screen, just bear in mind you're not going to see very much. So this is more of a visual aid for me than anything else. Right, so what we've got is we've got the Heathrow charts. We'll just close that. Parking stands. Right, there we go. So, we are on stand 331, which is this one here. And what we're going to do is we're going to push back on Golf, across the Golf, onto Echo, onto Alpha, and then down to 27 left. We will be departing on 27 left today. Our departure is going to be on a Brooklands Park 7 Foxtrot. Transition altitude today is 6,000. Says on the top here, when instructed, contact London Control after takeoff. We're not going to be using air traffic control today. Cruising levels will be issued after takeoff by London Control. Do not climb above the SID levels until instructed by ATC. So what we've got here is on a Brooklands Park 7 Golf. It says climb straight ahead, intercept 298 bearing towards Burnham by 3 DME on London. At 6 DME London, turn right, intercept 054 bearing towards Chiltern. Across London, radio 305 to above 4,000 feet, maximum of 6,000 feet. London, radio 326 at or above 5,000 feet, maximum of 6,000 feet. To Chiltern at 6,000 feet, turn right, intercept Brooklands Park, radio 244, inbound to Brooklands Park. Right. It sounds complicated, but it's not. If you actually set it up properly. No, sorry, not the wrong one. Fixes. Right, so first things first. It says climb straight ahead on and intercept the 298 radio. So what we do is we're going to put in London. So we've got London. 298. And Burnham, so BUR. That. One. Which one was that one? Hang on, let's clear that one first. Let's delete that one first. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so 298. There we go, that's better. Sorry, it's been a while since I've actually flown, so I am a little bit rusty. And I can't even see chat either. Right. So, let's just see if we can make it a bit bigger. There we go. So, what we're doing is we've got Burnham, 298. London at 3 DME, we need so we've got London at 3 DME, London at 4 DME, London at 6 DME, we've got Chiltern on there, and we also got Brooklands Park as well.
Here's the load sheet for you. Have a nice trip.
Thanks. I've got load sheets as well. Right, so as complicated as it looks, basically we climb straight ahead. We do an intercept onto the 298 radial. So once we climb, we do once we clear the runway, we do a shallow right turn, and then we do a continued right turn until we get to 60 me. And from 60 me we do the right hand turn, which means that by the time we actually go around London, we'll be having London on our right hand side. Being on the left hand side, I'm not going to see very much, but when we do the bank on the right turn, we might be able to actually see Heathrow itself. When I was flying to Hong Kong, I was actually on the left hand side of the aircraft myself. I was near the back of the aircraft, so fairly bumpy. And I never really saw London at all. I did see north side of it, but not very much. So we got that. We got the information in the box, and now we've got a bit of time to kill. So, what time is it now? So, give me a bit more time. I will say to anybody who's already in the stream right now, feel free to ask any questions in the stream while I am at it, because I can guarantee you, it's really boring having to just, just sit here talking and waiting. But yeah, I've got the aircraft set up. This is what it looks like at the moment. I'm using UK 2000's airport scenery. So there we are. So what we're going to do is, just to give you a bit of a perspective, this is where we are right now. So we're going to be pushing back. The back end of the aircraft will be facing rearwards. We will be facing forwards. We'll do a shallow left turn. We'll pass the air traffic control tower. And actually we won't take this Gulf routing. What we'll do is we'll take this routing here. If you can see my mouse. We'll take this routing here, we'll taxi along, which one was it? This routing here. Past the aircraft on that side, because that's actually what I remember. Then we do a shallow right turn, turn left, and then it's all the way down to 27 left. And 27 left, we take off all the way down the runway. Once we've taken off and we're airborne, once we're past the runway, shallow right turn that way to intercept 29 radio, and then we do the right hand turn which climbs up this way, that way, all the way up to Brooklands Park. And then you got in the background London. Now I actually have the London scenery, I just haven't turned it on because of frame rate reasons. My intention is in the future to actually upgrade my flight sim from what is actually currently FSX, which is like a god awful old thing, to PMDG's version 4.4. And the reason why I'm doing it is because in terms of support for this particular add-on, which is for PMDG, this PMDG 777, the add-on manufacturer has decided not to actually support FSX anymore. In fact, they're not going to support FSX, they're not going to support anything below version 4. And so, sorry, for development. So that's the reason why they've decided they're not going to actually do that. Now, we're just over, well, almost 20 minutes into pushing back. I could push off early, so if there's anybody in the stream, and if they want me to push back early, I could do so now. But I will be pushing back in approximately 15, 16, 17, so I'm pushing back in 18 minutes. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go back to...
Hi Captain, the cabin is ready to go.
Thanks.
If you need anything, just let me know.
You know what? I'll do something that you've never seen before. I'm going to assume it's going to be taking quite a while, so what I'm going to do is, while I'm here, oh, actually, something I haven't done yet. Hello there, this is your captain speaking. My name is Captain Dogstar. I'd like to welcome you aboard today, this Cathay Pacific flight CX256 from London Heathrow to Hong Kong International Airport. Our journey time today should be approximately 11 hours. There will be some turbulence as we depart, approximately an hour after departure. It's rather cold today, and so there will be some anti-ice trucks. We will be spraying some anti-icing fluids. That will take no more than about 10 minutes. In the meantime, I would like to ask all passengers to make sure that they observe the safety announcements, in which our flight attendants will be playing shortly. On behalf of the flight deck, I'd like to thank you for choosing Cathay Pacific, and I hope you have an enjoyable flight. So there we go, so that's that. As I say, we're not going to be doing any ATC to say. We're going to stick at 6,000 until we finish the standard instrument departure. Once we get to Booklands Park, then we can actually select a much higher altitude. In fact, we'll be selecting oh, no, hang on. Initial cruise altitude of flight level 330. So, without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut up and let you watch the safety announcements.
From the moment you begin your journey, we're here to make the experience effortlessly smooth and enjoyable. Because your safety is important to us, please take a few minutes to watch our video.
由而家開始，我哋會展開一段舒適稱心嘅飛行旅程。請用幾分鐘留意呢段短片，因為你嘅安全對我哋嚟講係好重要。
If you're traveling with high luggage or large items, make sure they're stored in the overhead compartments for takeoff and landing.
如果你有隨身攜帶手提行李或大型物件，喺航機起飛同降落前，請確保放喺行李櫃裡面。
Personal electronic devices using Wi-Fi and Bluetooth should be switched off now, or you can set them to airplane mode. Transmitting devices cannot be used in the aircraft. If any electronic devices become trapped in your seat, please don't adjust your seat and ask our crew to help you.
而家請關上具有無線上網同藍牙功能嘅電子用品，
Ready for the checklist.
又或者將佢哋調校到飛行模式。任何傳送設備都唔可以喺機艙內使用。如果有任何電子產品攝咗喺座位裏面，請唔好擅自調校座位，並通知我哋嘅機艙服務員。
You can place any small items underneath the seat in front of you.
你可以將細件嘅物件放喺前面嘅座
Full
位
start
下。
checklist. Flight deck door. Closed and locked. MCP.
This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking or using e-cigarettes anywhere in the aircraft is against the law.
呢班係禁煙航班，喺機艙任何地方吸煙或使用電子煙
Take off speeds.
都係屬於違法。
Your seatbelt fastens and unfastens like this. To adjust it, pull the strap until tight. We also have seatbelts available for children under 2, and seatbelts should be worn whenever the seatbelt sign is switched on. We recommend keeping it
CDU
fastened even
pre-flight.
if the sign is off.
請依指示扣好
Complete.
或者解開安全帶。需要調校嘅時候，可以將安全帶拉緊。我哋亦有提供2歲以下嘅
Taxi
兒
and
童
take
專
off
用
briefing.
安全帶。當扣上安全帶嘅燈號亮起，請必須扣好安全帶。即使燈號熄滅，我哋亦建議閣下繼續扣好。
Oxygen masks will drop automatically if they're needed. Pull the mask down firmly. Place it over your nose and mouth. Adjust it to fit and breathe normally. Oxygen will flow without the bag inflating, and ensure that your own mask is fitted correctly before helping others.
氧氣面罩會喺有需要嘅時候自動跌下，請用力拉下面罩，蓋於你嘅口鼻上面，調校到合適嘅位置，然後作正常呼吸。氧氣袋無需充氣，亦能提供氧氣。請先戴好你嘅氧氣面罩，再去照顧其他人。
Your life jacket location is shown on the safety card, which is in your seat pocket. To use the life jacket, place it over your head, loop the strap around your waist, and fasten the buckle. Then pull the strap firmly to tighten it.
你嘅耳袋裡面有一張安全指示卡，清楚列明救生衣嘅位置。穿着救生衣嘅時候，先將救生衣套喺頸部，將腰帶圍住腰並扣好，然後索緊腰帶。
Only inflate your life jacket when leaving the aircraft. To inflate it, simply pull the red toggle down firmly or blow into the tube. It also has a whistle and a light.
當離開機艙嘅時候，先至將救生衣充氣。需要充氣嘅時候，只需用力拉下紅色手掣，或者用充氣管吹氣。救生衣上面附有哨子同燈。
If needed, our crew will provide life jackets for children and inflatable cots for babies.
如果有需要，我哋嘅機艙服務員會提供兒童救生衣或嬰兒浮床。
If there's an emergency or you hear the phrase brace, brace, adopt the position shown in your safety card.
緊急情況下，或者聽見 brace, brace， 請根據安全指示卡做出保護自己嘅姿勢。
The escape path lighting switches on automatically during an emergency. Please follow the cruise instructions and go to the nearest exit.
緊急情況下，逃生路線嘅照明系統會自動亮起。請遵照機艙服務員嘅指示到最近嘅逃生出口。
Our crew are pointing out the exits now.
機艙服務員正為你指示逃生出口。
Please take a look at your safety card for what to do in the unlikely event of an emergency.
請查閱你嘅安全指示卡，了解緊急事故嘅逃生程序。
Now that we're almost ready for takeoff, make sure that your tray table and TV are put away. Your seat should now be in the upright position and your seatbelt fastened.
我哋即將起飛，請確保你嘅接台同電視已經收好。請將椅背校直同扣好安全帶。
Finally, and just as importantly, enjoy the journey.
最後，祝各位旅途愉快。
Okay, thank you very much for listening to the safety announcements for this flight. We've got 10 minutes before we do a pushback, so give me 10 minutes while I just get myself ready, and I'll come back in 10 minutes and we'll do the actual pushback. So just give me 10 minutes. Thank you. Hello, welcome back. I'm gonna be pushing back. So let's prepare the pushback procedure. Cabin crew, arm slides. Start sequence is 2, then 1.
Check.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Locking gear. Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Start engine 2.
Starting 2. Oil pressure.
Start engine 1.
Starting 1. Oil pressure.
Set parking brakes.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Controls check.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist, anti-ice. Engine and wing anti-ice. On, recall, checked. Flight controls.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Cleared. Clear.
Before taxi checklist, complete.
Clear left.
Clear right. Cabin's ready. Cabin crew, take your seats.
Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist. Before takeoff checklist complete.
One of the nice things about Cathay Pacific is that they have a really nice in-flight entertainment system. And one of the nice things is it's activated as soon as you get on board, and there's no doubt about it. So all the cameras, all the in-flight entertainment actually works straight away. In fact, there were some passengers that I witnessed. From the start, of the very moment they actually sat their ass on the chair, they're already watching films and TVs. And even during the takeoff roll, they were actually still watching TVs. Which is quite funny. Me, I was watching out the window. I was looking at all the aircrafts and going aircraft spotting. My regret is I didn't actually have my camera to hand. I had it with me, next to me, but I never took it out. So I never actually took any photos of Heathrow at night. It's a big shame for me. So as I said before, what we're going to do is going to be departing on runway 27 left. We're going to be intercepting 278 radial, 60 DME, turn right towards Burnham, turn right again to intercept a waypoint called Chiltern, and then follow the SID towards Brooklands Park, and then follow the flight plan after that. Initial block altitude 6,000 feet, there's no ATC restrictions at the moment. So I will be happy with that. Runway entry procedure. Runway entry procedures.
Check.
Takeoff.
Check.
Okay, so we're nicely centered on the runway.
Thrust set.
Checked.
$80 knots.
Checked.
V1.
Rotate. positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up. 400 feet. Climb.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps are 1.
Flaps up.
Speed checked. Flaps up. Engine anti-ice selectors auto. ,000 feet to level off.
Autopilot on.
Autopilot.
After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist complete.
There's Heathrow, just in the background there. I was on the left hand seat, the cabin, I didn't actually see it at all. So we're just holding off at 6,000 feet. We're heading for a waypoint called Chiltern at the moment. We're going to do a shallow right turn towards Bucklands Park. From Bucklands Park we're going to continue on an altitude of 6,000 feet. And once we pass Bucklands Park then we can accelerate to our initial altitude, which should be flight level 330. can see, once we get to Brooklands Park's flight level 60, after that we're in a slow climb. And as I say, an initial climb to flight level 330. Seatbelt signs auto.
Seatbelt signs auto.
Setting the seatbelt signs to auto, basically allowing the cabin crew to go about their business, setting up the in-flight meals, setting up the cabin as well. Now that we've done the departure, let's delete departure information, fix this. Go. It's the legs page, so let's see where we're going. The data on there so we can see what time we're expecting. We're expecting sim time 2051. Now that we're in the air, expected time of arrival at Hong Kong is 0804 Zulu. Means I will be arriving around about actual real world time. It should be 10:30. No, that's a little bit earlier than that. So yeah, flight time of 11 hours. We were airborne 8 minutes ago, so that's 42, so it's 2042, then we've got 21, 22, 23, 24, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so yeah, 07, yeah, 0708, so yeah, I'm expecting a little bit more than that. That's 330. Transition altitude, standard set.
Standard set.
Okay, so once we get to our cruising altitude, should take no more than an hour. I will actually stop the stream and then we'll come back in 10 hours 30 minutes. So let me think. We departed 10 minutes ago, so that was 10:40. It's an 11-hour flight, so I'm expecting to arrive at 09:40. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Okay, yeah, so approximately 2040. 2100 hours, I say. Yeah, 2100 hours UTC. I'm hoping to restream back at this time, but for the time being, I'm just going to watch the climb.
100.
Sorry, I got a little bit distracted there. Yeah, so basically we're going to be restreaming at 2100 hours UTC. I'm just going to climb up to flight number 330. That is expected. Let's see. So do we get to red for flight number 330? 2108. So that's in 10 minutes time. Oh, I don't win this, never mind. I'm going to do a bit of a cheat. And that, I'm just going to put the engine. That's that. It's MFD. Fine. Okay, so we've got that. There we go, you can see that we're nearly getting clubbing. And as I say, once I get to cruising altitude, then I'll stop the stream from there, and hopefully that should be fine. So yeah, I've been broadcasting now for just a little over an hour now, so it's kind of a short stream in many respects. I mean, I could stream the whole thing in like, you know, this entire flight for 12 hours, but I doubt anybody would really want to watch it. I know there are some streamers out there, flight sim streamers, who actually stream for 12 hours straight doing long-haul aircraft. To be honest, that's boring, because it's a virtual simulator. I mean, if I'm a multi-millionaire and got lots and lots of money, and I've got the space, I'll get myself a full-size flight simulator. I'll probably have two, to be honest. I have probably this one, this 777, and an A320 for short-haul aircraft. I'll have like cameras inside, everything multimedia and everything, and yeah, I'd probably spend my time just regularly streaming from there. And that, I think, will be more enjoyable. For the 777, they've actually got bunk beds as well inside. So, yeah, the long-haul flying is useful. And for streamers, it's great, because it means you can just lie back and just wait for the time to fly. But yeah, the problem with flying virtually here is that everything feels too smooth. It doesn't seem to replicate the sort of the turbulent stuff I've actually experienced on a flight, which is a bit of a shame. But having said that, I'm more than happy with the fact that I've been to Hong Kong in real life on this particular flight. This is a simulated flight, so yeah, it's great. Oh, yep, there we go. I see. ETA is 20. Here we go. 2246 Zulu. So yeah, if you come back at 20. Yeah, if you come back in 2200 Zulu, Yeah. So not 2100 Zulu, 2200 Zulu. That's the estimated time of arrival. And as I say, I'm not flying on any network at all. You can see my altitude is actually increasing here and here as well. Set heading 075. This is the thing I love about FS2 Crew. If you got your microphone set up correctly,
Heading 075 set.
and you do the speech recognition correctly as well, it will respond to your commands very clearly. So, oh, and another thing, anybody who is, and I'm talking to people who are live because I'm gonna put this onto YouTube as well. But anybody who is actually watching the stream actually live, I'm using Project Fly as an add-on, well, in the background add-on, and you can actually look at the flight. CPA 256, no network on. And you will see me under the name of Captain Dogstar. So if you really want to find out where I am in the flight, hopefully you will know and see. We're getting very close on the top of climb. I'm actually going to turn the dome light so you can see what we've got. To be honest, I'd rather have it subdued, but anyway, well, nevertheless. As takeoffs go for me in Flight Simulator, this is actually one of the more smoother flights that I've actually done, so I'm quite happy with that. And climbing up to cruise level, it's just as smooth. But in reality, it wasn't as smooth, as I said before. Normally what would happen is we would be in contact with what's called model control. And we'll be getting, progressive, as we progress through the flight, we'll be talking to certain air traffic controllers who would monitor us. They will have they will have access to our flight plan, so that they can plan how we should actually get to our destination. Also, they would set us up so that we can do our step climbs in the future. So expect us to be flying quite high. Let's have a look. 350, 370. This is when we're getting closer to China. 390. 390, and then we start doing the descent itself. Route data says 0730, so yeah, my expected time was 0730. We were expecting a arrival at 0830, so it's 07. So yeah,
1,000 feet to level.
Half an hour before we actually land. So that's 20. Hang on. Yeah, 20. Sorry, not 2,200. 2,100 hours. Come back. Hopefully, we'll be starting the descent, and hopefully we should be actually on our way. So yeah, sorry, no, my mistake. It's not 2,200, 2,100. I was actually right there first. So yeah, there we are. We are now at cruising flight at the moment. Now I've got to say, while we're now in cruise, the cabin noise is actually incredibly loud. I was actually quite surprised. You would need to understand, I haven't flown for a very long time. In fact, the last time I actually flew commercially anywhere around the world was 18 years ago, and that was to Hong Kong. I was in a Virgin Atlantic 747-400. That was actually a rather comfortable flight. It was a very smooth flight. But in this particular aircraft, it was fairly bumpy. It was especially bumpy in this portion of flight. Unfortunately, this the limitations of Flight Simulator, the limitations of the weather engine that I'm actually using. Yeah, you couldn't quite get the turbulent effects into it. So yeah, it doesn't do justice. I mean, Flight Simulation is as real as it's going to get, but you can never, you can add in the turbulence at some point as an add-on, but it'll be a very expensive add-on. Anyway, I'm blabbering away. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to end the stream here. I want to say thank you to everybody who has actually taken the time to actually watch the takeoff. I will be expecting to arrive at my destination at 2100. Yeah, I will be hopefully streaming at 2100 hours UTC. That's UTC real time. That should give me the arrival into Hong Kong at what was it? 08 something-ish. Yeah, 0805. But anybody who's actually looking at Project Fly, keep an eye on my track and you'll get a good idea. So from me, thank you very much for Captain Gold Star. I'm going to say thank you very much and I will see you hopefully later. Bye!